Alright, everybody, back for one more game. I'm gonna do this one at kind of full speed, not going to talk about the rules at all, just so kind of you can get a feel for, I guess, what a more like, what a game that I would normally play looks like, maybe when I'm not recording, if that makes sense. I'm gonna mulligan my one lander here. And this hand's not great, but I'll keep it. My opponent has a 141 card deck. Just gonna point that out and say that I'm probably gonna win this one, but you never know. Anything can happen. Should never underestimate your opponent, even when they're playing 147 cards or 148. Yeah, because he might just have a Golem's Heart on turn 2. You know. Alright. I'm not really sure what to expect here. I guess the plan is just going to be I can use Incinerate or Negate to deal with a creature or a non-creature if they're a problem, and then I'll just eventually get up to Magpie and Flame Blast. Well, he's going to gain a life off of Pilgrim's Eye. He's got 139 cards to search through. Should probably turn off the TV in the background. Sorry about that if you could hear the background noise. It's off now. Okay, so he's just going to get a basic land. He looks to be mono red. This is whenever someone plays an artifact, they can gain or he gains a life. So I'm not too worried about because I have a total of 1 artifact in my deck. Which land I play here is pretty irrelevant, so yeah, whatever. I'm not going to use my burn spell on a 1/1. Volcanic Strength. Oh no. This actually is now quite a worthy Incinerate target because it has +2/+2 and Mountain Walk from this thing. So just Incinerate it, get rid of it. That's a 2 for 1. I get 2 of his cards for 1 of mine. That's what every deck wants, but especially control decks want. And we'll see if he's got anything. I'm not really sure what to expect, though, to be honest. 136 cards in his library. Furnace Whelp isn't too bad. It blocks mine. That also dies to Shock, though. That was actually a very fortuitous top deck. I really didn't have a way to deal with that. You know, we'll just act like we had it the whole time, though, and keep going. And we will draw a card and probably play another one. Yep. Next turn I can play the dragon. Golden Urn. This thing just basically gains him life over time. At the beginning of his upkeep, it gets a counter, and then he can sacrifice it to gain life equal to the number of counters on it. So it's not really a problem. If he can't deal with these guys, then he's just going to get overwhelmed with my card advantage. That is a Ground Pounder with Fire Breathing, 0/4. Fire Breathing is a code name given to the +1/+0 for a red ability because there's an enchantment called Fire Breathing that gives any creature that ability. So. I'm being a little sloppy playing my land before I draw my 2 cards, but it doesn't really matter because I have double red to cast the dragon anyway. I get to put my abilities on the stack. And whenever two things happen at the same time, and you control both of them, you can choose which order they go on the stack, which sometimes can be important. And the one you put on the stack first actually resolves last, so that's something else to think about. These were the same exact trigger on the last turn, so it wasn't really anything for me to think about. If I untap, I'm pretty much going to win, because I'm just going to hold on to this negate and win. So it's going to take him 2 burn spells to kill the Flame Blast Dragon. He only has 2 cards in his hand. And now he only has 1. So if he had Blaze, that would do it. Mirror Works. The funny thing is that these cards, a lot of these are from the expansion pack that I don't have. Whatever. Okay, if he plays an artifact, he can make it a copy of it by paying 2, but it's not really relevant because he's just kind of dead. So this is when you don't want to be obnoxious and play a second one. When you have the game won, just go win the game. It's something that I see people do wrong a lot. I'm flame blasting him because if I really had to, I can. If he just fire breathes this for 7, I can just unsummon it back to his hand. So I'm going to pay red, and then I'm going to leave up negate. So he takes 4 and then 7, and I draw 2 cards. I played a land already. Yeah, I'm done. This thing has 2 charge counters on it now. So you can go to 11 and then take 7 plus more than that. So yeah. I think I got this one. Some pretty random cards in this deck. Fire Breathing is one of the most irritating abilities to do on Magic Online, because you gotta right click, say you want to use the ability, then tap your mountain. You gotta do that a bunch of times. So I kind of would feel like a bad person if I unsummoned it after he took that long to pump it, so I'm just going to take 7 and kill him on the backswing. Because I'm a nice person at heart. And he is very dead. So this is why you don't play 148 cards or whatever starting amount was in your deck. That's good enough. Thieving Magpie being awesome. When unanswered, this card just wins the game, especially when you have 2. And he revealed me his hand. Fire Servant and Seer Sundial. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the point of this deck is, but whatever. That's I don't really have anything else to say about this one. Thanks for watching. We'll have some draft videos up hopefully in the next few days, so you can see the other half of Magic now that we've kind of covered everything and constructed. We'll see how a lot of these concepts translate to limited, and then also see what's different about the 2 formats.